Good morning. I am Dr. Kanhucharan Patro. I will discuss about today about the ventricles and systems of the brain with anatomical and MRI correlation. The ventricles are a CSF field spaces in the brain. So there are three ventricles. One is the two lateral ventricles, one middle and third ventricle, fourth ventricle. So these four ventricles are mostly in the middle part of the brain. They have an interconnection with each other. The two ventricles to communicate with the third ventricle by foramen minor by interventricular foramen. Third ventricle communicates with fourth ventricle by aqueduct, cerebral aqueduct of Sylvius, and fourth ventricle is two apertures or recesses, main known as a median aperture is foramen magendi, and other two lateral is from fourth to cerebral pontile system known as a foramen lusca. So lusca is from to laterally, magendi is from to the median. So just see the ray diagram. This is the lateral ventricle, two lateral ventricles. This is the third ventricle, narrowest part of the ventricle. So they communicate with each other. They communicate with the third ventricle communicate with second ventricle by foramen minor or interventricular foramen. From third ventricle, CSF flows to the fourth ventricle by a duct called cerebral aqueduct. It goes through the midbrain. So this is the cerebral aqueduct, and this is the fourth ventricle. This is the two lateral recesses. This is called foramen lusca, and one central is called the foramen magendi, and then it is the central canal. So if you can see here, this lateral ventricle, they communicate the foramen minor. This is the pouch-like. This is the third ventricle, and slowly it goes back towards to form the through cerebral aqueduct, the fourth ventricle. So this is the two lateral ventricles communicate with third ventricle with foramen minor or interventricular foramen. This is the third ventricle, two lateral ventricles. So if you see in the overlapping with the brain structure, this is two lateral ventricle. Again, we can see foramen minor. This is the pouch-like. You can see here. This is the third ventricle, and again from third ventricle, the cerebral aqueduct, it goes to the fourth ventricle behind the pons, and it is a two lateral exit, foramen lusca, and central aperture. This is the foramen magendi. You can see in coronal and sagittal section, lateral ventricles, interventricular foramen, third ventricle, narrowest part, pouch, central cerebral aqueduct, that is third to fourth. This is fourth ventricle. This is the diamond shaped. Fourth ventricle is diamond shaped. Lateral ventricle is C-shaped. Third ventricle is the pouch, and then to the central canal. So you can see the recesses of the fourth ventricle. Lateral recess is the foramen lusca. Median recess is the foramen magendi. Two lateral aperture, one median aperture. So if you see the lateral ventricle, it is a frontal horn, body. This is the trigonoria, temporal horn, and this is the occipital horn. So this is a frontal horn, body. Trigonoria is otherwise called atrium, occipital horn. This is the third ventricle. So these are the choroid plexuses. Choroid plexus in third lateral ventricle, third ventricle, and fourth ventricle. So from CSF flows from the lateral ventricle to third ventricle by interventricular foramen, and it goes to the cerebral aqueduct to the fourth ventricle. So this is the called floor of the fourth ventricle, and backside it is called the roof of the fourth ventricle. So this roof of the fourth ventricle, it is known as a that is a inverted U shape. It is superior medullary vellum, and it is inferior medullary vellum. These are the apertures, various apertures, and this is all about the ventricle. So if you see the circulation of central CSF fluids, from it is lateral ventricle, it goes to the interventricular foramen to the third ventricle, from third ventricle to aqueduct Sylvius, then fourth ventricle, from fourth ventricle it goes to the lateral aperture to lusca, median aperture foramen magendi, then subarachnoid space, and from the subarachnoid space through arachnoid villi, it goes to the supraesophageal sinus. So you can see here, this brown part is the choroid plexus in third ventricle, second lateral ventricle, third ventricle, and fourth ventricle. So CSF formed with the choroid from the choroid plexus from the lateral ventricle. It comes here, mixed with choroid CSF of the third ventricle, and again through cerebral aqueduct, it goes to the fourth ventricle. Again, it is flows, goes to the spinal canal, and it reverts back to the subarachnoid space. From the subarachnoid space, that arachnoid granulations, it goes to the superior sagittal sinus. So you can easily identify. So again, if you see in the MRI, this is the lateral ventricle, this is the third ventricle, this is the cerebral aqueduct. This is part, it is a midbrain. Tactile part, there is a small aperture. I will show in the axial section. So we will axial section. This is the fourth ventricle. This is the midline foramen. Okay. So you can see this is the cerebral aqueduct, aqueduct of Sylvius. So in through it midbrain, it goes to the fourth ventricle. So ventricles, lateral ventricle, what is a frontal horn, occipital horn, temporal horn, third ventricle, fourth ventricle, and central canal. So if you see, they are from lateral ventricle, it goes to the foramen minor to third, from third to fourth, it is aqueduct of Sylvius. So if you see the again CSF flow from lateral ventricle here, from the lateral foramen minor, then it goes to the aqueduct of Sylvius, fourth ventricle, then Lusca, Magendie, then subarachnoid space. So this is the lateral ventricles, body of the lateral ventricle. You can see here in the CT scan, body of the lateral ventricle, and this is the frontal horn. This is the frontal horn. This is the occipital horn. This is the occipital horn. You can see here, this is occipital horns. You can identify the CSF space ventricles in better in the T2. Then this is the temporal horn, lower part. We can see here temporal horns. Here ventricle. Then this is the normal sized lateral ventricles with frontal horn, occipital horn, third ventricle, narrowest part. So this is the interventricular foramens, foramen minor. This is the again frontal horn, occipital horn. This is the temporal horn. You can see here temporal horn. This is the temporal horn. This is the third part, as I told, it is the narrowest lateral ventricles. This is the Sylvian fissure. Inside the midbrain, you can find the cerebral aqueduct. So this is the fourth ventricle. Just this is midbrain, pons, and medulla. Behind the pons, this is the fourth ventricle. Fourth ventricle resides behind the third pons. So this is the fourth ventricle. So again, you can see in the ray diagram, lateral ventricle, posterior horn or occipital horn, anterior horn and the frontal horn, foramen minor, pouch, third ventricle, cerebral aqueduct, fourth ventricle. This is the foramen Lusca. This is the foramen Magendie. So you can see here, this is the foramen Magendie. This is the foramen Lusca. Two lateral, one median. So again, just let's identify. This is the third ventricle. Inside the midbrain, that is called aqueduct of Sylvius. It comes to the fourth ventricle. This is the fourth ventricle. This is the midbrain, pons, and medulla. Superior medullary velum, inferior medullary velum. This is the obex of the obex means near the fourth ventricle. This is the median aperture foramen Magendie. This is the central. This is the central canal. So these are the what I told about the ventricles. Now let's see systems. These are the CSF spaces. So these are the various systems. You can see here pericallosal system. This is the pericallosal system. Interpeduncular system, midbrain and pons. Interpeduncular system. Above the sella, this is the supercellular system or chiasmatic system. In front of it is called prepontine system. In front of the medulla, it is called a premedullary system. Then you can call the superior cerebellar system. This is the quadrigeminal system behind the midbrain, and this is the cisterna magna behind the medulla and anterior to the cerebellum. So let's see, this is the Sylvian system at the area of Sylvian fissure. This is the suprasellar system. This is the suprasellar system, the chiasmatic system. This is the ambient system by side of the midbrain, ambient system. Back side of the midbrain, it is called a quadrigeminal system. Back side of the quadrigeminal system, back side of the midbrain. The groove in between the midbrain and pons, it is called interpeduncular system. Interpeduncular system. This is the prepontine system in front of the pons. You can see here, narrow part here, and this is called prepontine system. So, and this is the cisterna magna, last, the cisterna magna in front of cerebellum and back side of the medulla. So, this is all about the ventricles and systems. Hope you understand. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can call me drkcpatro@gmail.com, or my phone number is 9160 470 564. Thank you very much.